What's up, Buff Nation? I'm back. It's your guy, Metamorphosis. And I'm back as I promised. I got some more hot nuggets for you about what I believe is going on in Boulder with Coach Prime and all these players leaving. This is what some people would call a necessary evil. Okay? Coach Prime has to get this locker room free of any thing that's going to be contrary to to the attitude, to the culture, to the mood that he's trying to set for this first run as his inaugural season at Colorado. There's a lot riding on the line, people. There is a lot riding on the line. Primarily, it's a business. First off, this is a business. Coach Prime is really huge on his brand. He's put a lot out there. We coming, I ain't hard to find, are just a few of some of the slogans that are out there. Coach Prime, yeah, he's killing it. He's killing it. But now he has to back that up with some wins. And if you listen to some of these pundits and prognosticators, they're talking outlandishly crazy about what would be an acceptable first season for Coach Prime in terms of a win total. I've heard as little as 3 games. I've heard as much as 6 games. Now you have people that support Coach Prime that are hopeful he'll win more than that. If he wins that first game in Fort Worth, I got him going 11-1. Because everything is contingent upon that first win in Fort Worth. If he gets this roster to where he wants it to be, he's got an excellent shot to win in Fort Worth September 2nd. And everything is a snowball from that point forward. And I'm not saying snowball just because it's Denver. I mean Boulder, Colorado. But y'all know where I'm going with that. Now, if you're Coach Prime, you got to get this locker room free of all of this foolishness and nonsense and this losing mentality. All the players that y'all feel Coach Prime is or has done wrong, they've had since the time he arrived, since he gave his famous speech that went viral. I'm coming. And when I get here, it's going to be change. Now, whoever listened to that, and apparently that kid Woods, that I don't know if he's a rover, I don't know what his position is. The white kid, Woods, he bought all in to that. He paid the price. He earned that jersey. All them players that earned jerseys, that didn't earn jerseys but were given numbers in that game, some of them are gone. Some of them left before that. Some of them are leaving now. Those kids, think about it now. You had the winter program. You had the winter off-season program, the training, weight room, conditioning. You had all this time. It's April now. That's 4 months. Minimum. That's at least 4 months. Possibly 5. Almost 5. That they had to show Coach Prime that they wanted to be the new culture of the Colorado Buffaloes. Apparently those guys were going through the motions, biding their time until they decided what they were going to do. The only problem was you got an old school staff that done seen it all. From both sides. They done seen it all. They knew what they were looking at. Coach Prime said in one of his interviews, he's trying to give these players every opportunity to make this roster. So the ones you see leaving did not meet the standard. They did not meet the standard. And that's not a bad thing. Now these players can go where the standard that they are capable of meeting is acceptable. Now you say, oh man, why you put it like that? Coach Prime is trying to win the Pac-12 so they can be in the conversation for the CFP. Let me say that again. Coach Prime's goal this season Everything he's doing right now is for the sole purpose of being Pac-12 conference champs. Make no mistake about it. You thinking anything other than that, you got Coach Prime twisted. Y'all evidently don't know Coach Prime. He's got the staff to do it. He's trying to bring in the players now so they can coach them up to get that job done. Now, if you were building a roster to be competitive in the Pac-12, ultimately, so you don't get embarrassed in a CFP like TCU did, who would you build your roster? If you had to pick a team as a what's the word I'm looking for? As a mirror. If you wanted to mirror a team in all of the landscape of college football, right now, who would that team be? Okay, think about it. I'm gonna give you the answer because I'm running out. I don't want to hold you, but I just want to hold you long enough and hope you subscribe. The Georgia Bulldogs. Right now, Georgia is the standard. Right now, you could say Alabama. Okay, right now, Georgia is the standard. If you put a team together, if you can beat Georgia, you should be able to win a national title. You should absolutely be able to win the Pac-12 conference championship as well. That's the first goal. The primary goal is to be Pac-12 conference champs in 2023. That's Coach Prime's goal. This 3-9, 6-6 foolishness you're hearing on all of these podcasts is ridiculous. Now it's a goal for them. That's a hopeful. That's their hope. That's how many games he win. But Coach Prime is trying to, in his heart, I know he want to run the table. The reason why I say 11-1 because I think they're gonna do so much winning, they're gonna let one get away from them that they should have won, and that's gonna get them back on track. Because again, if they get that first one in Fort Worth, it's gonna be a snowball effect for the rest of the season. Okay, now. Why Georgia? If you remember when Jimmy Johnson, I'm a Cowboy fan, when he got to Dallas, when he was building his roster, he looked at the landscape in the NFL and he looked at the best team that was there. That was the San Francisco 49ers. When Jimmy built that roster, he said it in a documentary. He said, if I could beat San Francisco, I can win a Super Bowl. That's what he said. He said, if I can beat San Francisco, I can win a Super Bowl. Now, how do you beat San Francisco? Well, you got to put a roster together to beat them. That's how. You got to get the talent. And the players that's at Colorado right now, the talent level wasn't there. Think about it. Coach Prime rescinded offers off the rip. When he first landed, he started rescinding offer after offer after offer because he was like, man, you ain't bringing the talent in here to win the Pac-12. How can I trust your evaluation with a 1-11 team? How can I trust that the guys that you offered are gonna be my style of players? You see now you're starting to see. Now you're starting to get it. Because when he came in there just wrecking house. Oh, no, we taking back that offer, man. No, bro. We taking that back. I haven't evaluated you. This staff hasn't evaluated you. If we reevaluate you and find that you're our guy, yes, we'll offer you. You'll have a prime staff offer. Okay? You'll have the full blessing of this staff's to offer. Okay? And then we can go forward. But right now, we're rescinding all offers, unless you just somebody I ain't heard about that's off the chain. Okay, so keep that in mind moving forward, y'all. This is a business. Coach Prime wants to win more than just for himself. He's for his staff. All these people have families that have bought into this, Everybody he brought on board to come with him on this journey has skin in the game. Now, you might have a couple of single guys on the staff. You might, I said. But most of these guys got families to look after. You don't think Coach Prime wants to win right away? You don't think there's a zeal and a desire for him to want to win right away? You bet you. You bet you. Now, he done almost clean house now. Now he's going to start bringing in his type of players. And you'll see the results. Remember, he told you, he said in that interview when he was asked about the offensive line, you got some people, they weren't even where Coach Prime was thinking wise when they interviewed him before the spring game. They asked him, well, so what about the offensive line? How's the offensive line looking? And Coach Prime just took the conversation in a totally different direction. He says, man, look, the players that are here right now, the team that you see right now is not the team that's going to get on that plane to Fort Worth. That was the first part. The second part, which he said either later in that interview or in another interview, he said the plays you're going to see us run in the spring game ain't gonna what we're gonna be running in Fort Worth. The offense you see us running in this spring game, you will not see this in Fort Worth. This man is detailed down to the nth degree because of his desire to want to win. Okay? So don't get it twisted, people. Just enjoy this little old ride. Nothing is gonna happen. This is not going to be just random. All of this is planned. He has planned this from the time he got there when he made his initial speech that went viral. I'm coming. And when I get here, it's going to be changed. He ain't lying. Like they said on that what was that movie? He ain't lying. I think that was coming to America. You know. Yeah, he ain't lying. He's doing exactly what he said he would do. Some of y'all are just catching up. I'm trying to be the little learning curve for y'all because, again, I say Coach Prime came up. We all came up in the same era. Coach Prime old school. I'm old school. So when he says stuff, I know I don't know to the nth degree everything, but I know enough to give it to you all here first. I told you a minute ago that he was gonna flip the whole roster. Go back and look at my other videos. I say, man, if he gotta flip this entire roster, he gonna do it. Because what he's trying to do is bigger than what we're seeing right now. Everything from this point forward is to get that dub in Fort Worth against TCU on the road, ladies and gentlemen. On the road. Think about the implications of him winning the first game, equaling the total wins from the previous season, the first game out of the gate. Can you imagine the momentum in that locker room and what that will be? You will have absolute, total buy-in if they get that first win in Fort Worth. I think they're going to do it. Matter of fact, I believe, and you say, oh, you being a fan, Look, right now, TCU, from that beat down, all they got to do is go up so many points, and TCU going to think it's happening all over again. So they vulnerable. Their quarterback is gone. They got to start another guy. So if Coach Prime can get the defense in there to put some pressure on that kid, he got a chance to come out of Fort Worth 1-0. That's what I think. That's what I believe. That's the players he's trying to get in to reach that goal. You heard it here first from your guy, Metamorphosis. What's Metamorphosis about? It's about the process of change. It's about the process of change. You know, if you think about the monarch butterfly and the stages that it goes through from a larva to the cocoon, to the wings and the butterfly. When they first start out, it's just like a worm, like a caterpillar. That's what it looks like. Then it goes into those stages, and then the next thing, and then when he comes out in the final stage, now he has wings. Well, see, unlike insects, unlike this butterfly, people have to change in order to get to where you're trying to get. Insanity is doing the same thing the same way, expecting a different result. See, unlike insects and animals, we have our own. God gave us free will to make our own decisions. Now, he can point you in the right direction, but you have to take the first steps. That's the difference between us as humans and the rest of all of God's creation. All of God's creation, in terms of the animals, insects, and everything, they're in sync. They're doing what God made them to do. We're the only ones out of sync because we get in our way. We get in our own way. When they talk about, you listen to that word enemy, yeah, the in me. I've been there. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help others. As I grow, I want y'all to grow too. Okay? That's what this channel is about. And if you think that what we talk about is inspirational, insightful, thought-provoking, subscribe. This is all what you're gonna get when you come here. This is the kind of love I got for you right here on this channel. Now, you can get it anywhere else you want to, but I'm gonna promise you to give it to you right here. It's a lot out there available. It's a lot of other guys I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and I'll pay homage to them as we go through this journey together. You all have a blessed day. I'll be back at you with some more hot nuggets. Take care. I'm out.